Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Ilya Kovalchuk and him signing with the Los Angeles Kings today. Now, Ilya Kovalchuk has been in the rumors to come back to an NHL return for the longest time now. It's pretty much been in the works for like 2 or 3 years now, and it's finally been pulling the trigger. Ilya Kovalchuk has been getting the most interest this season, and of course we all knew he was trying to come back to the NHL and trying to get a return, and we knew a lot of teams would be interested. Of course, he's been on SKA St. Petersburg in the KHL for about 5 years now, and he's been dominating there and been fantastic. Really not really looked like 35 years old. He's been fantastic in the KHL and has done so for a while. And the Kings have also been a team rumored to be around him for a while. There's been a few teams that have just been right and close to him and right near him for quite a while, and it's finally happened. He's finally signed with the LA Kings. Now, his last NHL season was the 12-13 season. I'm pretty sure that was a lockout shortened season with the New Jersey Devils. He had 37 games played, 11 goals, 20 assists for 31 points. Not bad at all, but obviously he hasn't played in the NHL for quite a long time. So, of course, even at age 35, he's going to have some time. He's going to have some time to get used to it. He's going to have to get adjusted to it. Again, he's been playing in the KHL for 5 years. Getting back in the NHL ice, it's been a long time for him. And of course, he's a left winger from Russia, 35 years of age, which is the main concern for me. As we look towards his contract, he gets 3 years right now for $6.25 million. And I thought some teams would have given him 4 years. I think LA could have gotten that, but 3 years for $6.25, still, I see pretty egregious. At age 35, LA is just adding another veteran that is probably going to be overpaid, and is probably much older. LA is just adding more oldness to their team, which they obviously do not need. Yeah, even though they had a decent season, made the playoffs, they still are an old team, and this signing is not helping them get any younger. Let's face it, the NHL is getting towards the youth, and the youth is leading the charge in the NHL, but for LA to be signing guys left and right like this, it's just not going to help them in the future, and it's not going to help them now. 3 years is about what I thought he was going to get, which is still pretty bad, but I still think that 3 years is about what he was going to get anyways. But $6.25 million, I think, even though I feel like he was going to get a little bit more, I still think that $6.25 for 3 years is still a pretty bad contract. I think he was going to get around $7 million, which is pretty much worth this is, but it's still at this point around $7 million. 3 years for a 35-year-old is still pretty terrible. I still don't like it, and for LA, I just don't know how this will work out. I think that he will play well. I think that he might have a good first season, maybe a first couple of good seasons, but for this, he's just going to get older, he's just going to get worse, and for me, signing a guy like this is the ultimate risk. I mean, just imagine if he doesn't even work out in year one, you have 2 more years of a $6.25 million contract, and a guy who is not getting any better, and at age 35, he's still decent, but he's not getting any better, and he's just going to get much older, which the LA Kings just do not need. Trust me, the LA Kings already have their fair share of old guys that are going down and declining. They don't need another guy like Ilya Kovalchuk. And honestly, just seeing this trade on paper is just, why is LA doing this? They're making me a team, and maybe not worse in the first couple of years, but it'll make their team older, slower at least a little bit. And Kovalchuk, while he's a decent player, he might put up good numbers. I still think that, sacrificing the oldness, sacrificing the youth for Ilya Kovalchuk might not be the best idea. And $6.25 million for a guy who has not played an NHL game in 5 years. I know why. He has the pedigree, and he's played well in the KHL and the Olympics and all that, but he hasn't played in so long. I don't know why LA is making it this risky of a bet. It just strikes me as a deal that LA is going to regret at least at that third year. I feel like he might play well in his first couple of years, maybe put up 60 points once, but I feel like it's going to be one of those contracts that will not be looking good at the end of it, and LA regretful. Now, it's not to say that Ilya Kovalchuk won't have a bad few seasons, or it won't say that Ilya Kovalchuk can't have good seasons with LA. I just don't think that he's going to be as good as LA is providing him. As much as LA is giving money for him, I don't think this is going to be worth $6.25 million. Not in his first year, not in his second year, and definitely not in his third year. I just feel like it won't work out even in year one when it's supposed to. He's 35, and he's going to get older. It's just not a deal that seems very smart in my eyes. But best of luck at Ilya Kovalchuk, hoping that he actually works out, but it just seems like a bet that LA is making that is really risky. I mean, it might work out, but it just does not look that way. If Ilya Kovalchuk is 35, he's getting older, and a 3-year deal is really risky, and you're putting yourselves up, you're strapping yourselves up for a deal that might not work for you. And while this definitely helped them short-term in their top 6 and with the offense, it doesn't work out well for the long-term, I don't believe. Sacrificing the youth is really something LA shouldn't pursue. But this contract just screams a big mistake, and while Ilya Kovalchuk might prove me wrong in this first year, second year, I feel like that third year could be disastrous for a $6 million guy who won't produce at, age 38 at that point? So it worries me for LA, but I'm hopeful that he can play well. I'm hoping that it does work out, but it just a lot of red flags have been screened from this contract. I hope it works out, but I'm not getting too much optimism for it. So that'll be it for today, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this contract. What do you think of Ilya Kovalchuk signing with the LA Kings? I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.